This news story was produced by Cogeco North Bay News. To watch the full newscast, tune into channels 12 or 700 live at 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday.
It's been a big year for David Dino White. The local musician has played a number of shows and festivals, including Summer in the Park, and now he's ready to release his new album, Hair of the Dog.
I can't wait to hold it in my hand, and I really just looking back, I can't wait to finally put it in my friends' hands and be like, yo, check it out, because it really is, I think, a better reflection of my band as a whole and the sound that I've always kind of heard in my head from when I started writing music like 7 years ago.
He says Hair of the Dog is more accurate to how his band sounds now.
The first effort, Alone Together, which, you know, you sell it to people after a show at Summer in the Park or up here, and it's like, I'm confident it's good music. I know people are going to enjoy it, but if they're buying because they really like the show they just saw, it's not the same sound, you know?
That's because a lot of that sound was only playable within studio space, so White says the stage time over the last year has been a blessing.
All those experiences, we're so grateful for the opportunities that we had to play at these festivals, because like I said, the recording process was on hold for a bit, and all of that performing really helped us figure out what we wanted our sound to be, and really helped us dial in those parts and those little nuances that really take a song from a jam band to a tight, well-rehearsed band.
He says it's been a lengthy process which started last September after receiving a grant from a Canadian organization known as Factor.
We decided quickly after we got the grant that we wanted to do the 5-song EP and press it and release it. And we went in to do drums. Ben Leggett, my drummer and producer and best friend, has been working with me for a long time. He's a really busy guy. So we went in to start recording drums on Boxing Day of last year, and we were in the studio on the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th of December. Full days recording drums, 5 songs in 4 days. It was very tedious. At the time, almost all the songs were new to Ben, so he was learning it as we were going.
White says Leggett was hired on by several other local bands to do work on their albums, which made completing Hair of the Dog a drawn-out development.
Those albums were recorded, and it wasn't until the Hidden Roots released their album, I think it was September, that we really got back to focusing on this album and dialing in all those guitar parts and the bass parts and doing vocals, mixing and mastering.
The album release party will take place at the Summit Room at the Voyager Inn, and White says it's the biggest place they have booked as headliners.
It's kind of a shot in the dark, because there's no guarantee that there are going to be that many more people than there were at the last release, but it's the kind of thing where you book a bigger room, and then that is the inspiration to work harder to promote it and to practice harder, and to ultimately create a bigger show for a bigger room.
Hair of the Dog will be released on November 17th, and tickets are available at several downtown locations or by contacting White on Facebook. For Cogeco North Bay News, I'm Matthew Sookram.
If you are interested in watching Cogeco North Bay News, you can become a subscriber by calling 1-800-267-9000.